I'm pretty excited about this spot. Man, there's spots over here too. I could spend all day here. I really could, and I just might. Today I got a pretty cool adventure for you guys. We're gonna walk up my creek about a quarter mile, maybe a half a mile, and whoa, almost took a spill right there, to a place where there's a huge S-bend, and I know there's good gold up there. I'm gonna call this episode Curvy Gold. My ultimate plan eventually is to walk this entire creek. I think it's only about 3 miles long till it gets to the top of the mountain there. And I wanna do some test pans or do some test sluicing like every 1,000 feet, 500 feet or so, and see, you know, if the gold is getting weaker or getting better as I get higher into the hills. We made it to home base today. This is where we're gonna work all day. There's no rain, so it's a perfect day to do this. This is the S-bend here on my creek that, you know, I found some really good gold in the past. I'm gonna give you a little tour and then show you where we're gonna work at today. Water comes screaming through here, and then it goes through this nice large bend, but there's some good gravels in here to test out. It's a great spot. I love working S-bends. I think that's where you find some of the best gold. So we were just over there, and then here's the S-bend right here. So I'm gonna work on the back side right over here. This whole area right here I'm gonna work. And then maybe in front of this rock right here, work right here in this area. I'm gonna use my 8x35 Bigfoot sluice or my 6x24 Trek sluice from Dream Mat. So I'm just putting a little bit in here. So that's my shovel full right there, not too much. Just a little bit at a time and let it work its way through. I'm not gonna sit here and powder feed this today. I'm already seeing some gold. This is like my 6 or 7 shovel already. Just little itty bitty shovelfuls like that. I'm just working this real fine gravel bar. Pebbles, most of it's just real tiny. Quick update, it's been about an hour since I got up here, started digging. I went through a bunch of material, just kind of scratching the surface. I'm not going into the clay layer. I tried doing some test pans on the clay layer and found 0 gold. So I just been working around this big rock and on this bank. But I'm gonna clean out my sluice and then move upstream about 10 feet to another spot where I think there might be a lot of gold. I worked this whole area from over here, over this whole area was not underwater before, and I went up behind this rock right here. So I did this whole area. It's probably 5 feet long by 3 feet wide, maybe a foot deep. My sluice is over here. It's hard to see really fine gold in the cells, but I did put this V-matting up top here, and it's kind of hard to tell, but you do see some flake in there. There's one piece right there towards the center, one piece right there to the right. There is some gold in there. There's some gold right there too, but I'm sure there is some gold in my sluice mat. But let's clean this out. All right, here's the pan. I counted about 30, 35 pieces in there. Some are pretty small, and some are fairly, you know, large flake, maybe, you know, pretty good. All right, so we started over here, and now we're gonna work over in this area of this S-curve bend. Now, remember what I said before, if you see a bunch of big rocks, little rocks, and then gravels, you're in a pretty good spot. As you can tell, the bend goes like this, and all the heavy stuff got pushed right over to here. So I'm gonna just pick a spot over here somewhere. Almost fell down. I'm gonna pick a spot, I don't know, maybe somewhere like over in here, and start working that. Okay, I got the sluice set up right behind me. I'm gonna remove some of these big rocks right here and throw them off to the side. I like this area right here because it kind of, you can't really see it, but it's like a bowl right here. So I'm gonna try and get some of this out of the way. This whole area looks really good to me. I don't want these big rocks in the way. I do have my bucket right there to dip rocks in. If they're super covered, like this guy right here, and I'll run the bucket at the end with the rest of my stuff. But yeah, I got a lot of area to work. I keep thinking I'm seeing something like in the background. Remember, Sasquatch lives around here. Got to keep an eye out for him, right? Got to keep an eye out for him. But I'd be more concerned with the bears, to be honest with you, because they are around here. It also works good too with this bucket here. You can dip your shovel in, clean it off. You never know if gold gets stuck to the bottom of the shovel. 1 more hour has passed. I told you I was going to work on this area right here on this other side of the bend, kind of the front middle area of the bend. And I dug this entire thing out. It used to not be underwater. Took about an hour, and then I did a little bit right there as well. I am not seeing, however, any gold in my VMAT up there, which doesn't mean anything at this point, but I'm going to do a second sluice clean out and see if we recovered any gold. If not, I'm going to try and maybe go upstream a bit more. On the other side of this S bend, there's a nice gradual portion over here. Maybe try that out a little bit. Okay, I just finished up doing this second cleanup, and as you can see, not as much gold on this one. There is a little piece, a bigger piece right there, and maybe 10 flake surrounding it. That's it for that spot. All right, we walked up some more, another 1,000 feet or so, and same thing. There's really cool places to check here. I have never been to this spot on the creek. I'm excited about it. The spot down there, we got some gold. Not a lot of gold, but we got some gold. Let me show you where we're going to work now and show you the lay of the land real quick. Okay, looking upstream, nice big rock right there, nice gravel area right here. Kind of does a nice little low sweep. Then it comes down here, flattens out. Got this huge rock here. Look how big this thing is. This thing is massive. Absolutely massive. And then right here, you're kind of on the inside of a little bit of a bend and the outside of a bend at the same time. So look at the pile of rocks right here that got pushed up. It flowed right over this log at some point in time. Really high flood. Pushed all this material right there, so we're going to work that. And we're going to work this right here. Now, a lot of people might be saying, you know, why are you working this gravel bar? Well, I know from just being on this creek for so long that a lot of flood gold comes through here, and it tends to sit right in these gravels, the top 6, maybe 8 inches. So that's why I'm working it. And it's really easy to dig. I can dig this whole thing out in probably 30 minutes or so. And that's running a lot of material through my sluice, which, you know, potentially you can get some gold out of it. So why not try it? It's not going to hurt anything. The next flood's going to make it look just like this again. Look at this rock I just found right here. Look how pretty this is. I don't know what that is, but a piece of quartz, like rose quartz, something like that. This creek has a lot of cool rocks. Not doing big shovelfuls, just kind of half. No need to go big on it. Let's take a peek in the sluice real quick, see how we're looking. I see one piece so far. One piece. Woo! I'm getting tired. And it's getting dark out here. Okay, so I think I'm done. I made a pretty big hole, and my sluice box is just about cleaned out, just from the water action through the cells. Let me show you my hole, just downstream from that root ball. And I'd say we're about 5 feet long, 3 feet wide again, and where the muddy water is, that's probably another foot deep in that. So if there is gold, I'm gonna try and save it for next time. I'm gonna do a little scouting trip before I end this video and see if I wanna come back here or maybe go try upstream some more and see if anything is up there. But here's my sluice. It's looking really nice and clean. Again, you can't tell at the V matting if there's any gold in there. There's still one piece stuck in there. It's a rather larger piece, just not moving down. But I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping at least, we got some gold stuck in those cells of the dream mat. All right, that's the third sluice cleanup. There's not much in there. I actually thought I was gonna see a bit more than that. But let me gather the other pan, combine everything together, and I'll show you the total cleanup for today. There's the final. Not too much in there. There's two nice size ones in there, nice size flake. And that's gonna wrap it up for the day. We had a good time. I put 3 holes in the ground, did 3 cleanups, so I was able to test 3 different areas of the creek, which I'm happy about. There's so many more areas to explore. I just have to, find the time and get out here and do it. So that's what we're gonna do. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, Stoney out and be safe out there.